everybody, and welcome to Dynamic GT League's Miles Mug for Race 4 from Lake Maggiore. Take a quick look at Race 3's standings. SGP leading the way, 13 ahead of Dave the Harper, who's a couple ahead of Demon R in 3rd, Jason in 4th, Hay in 5th, Steve F1 6th, Jimmy in 7th, Twilight 8th, from Maggiore 9th, Art Pal ahead of Rich Blues, SRI, Conrad, Bob and Bunzel. Fortunately, a few drivers are unavailable for this week's race, but it's not going to detract from the action, or at least I hope it isn't. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Right, let's hand over to them too. So here we go then. Maggiore, Lake Maggiore Circuit East 2, I think. Joining me in the commentary box is Ray. How are you, Ray?
I'm doing very well. How's yourself? And who the hell is that?
Well, on pole position, I do believe it's Conrad. It's not SGP. For a change, Steve F1 is back from France. He's now got COVID. He's on 3rd place is Demon R. Current championship leader in the 4th is SGP. Move there in 5th, Ray.
Dave the Harp, yeah, 5th, and then Dave the Harp down in 5th. I thought he'd be faster. Twilight in 6th place, and then the Swedish, but I don't know if he's a Bombshell or what, but Jason
Bombshell, do you mean Bombshell?
Bombshell's 7th and 8th, Jimmy, and we've got Gary on 9th, only 9 drivers. Yeah,
unfortunately a few drivers at the last moment unable to make the race. There was 2 or 3 that we knew weren't going to be able to make it, unfortunately. So 9 drivers it's going to be. But this is DGT League, so it's not going to detract from the action. I can pretty much promise you that. So as we are now waiting for the lights to go out, we've got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Out they go, and Conrad gets off to his slowest pole position start ever.
Yeah, and Steve F1 try to get in behind him, get that slipstream into turn 1. Steve F1 going to go for a move, late on the brakes.
I think he went for the dummy up the inside to get... Oh, Demon R sneaking up the inside of Steve F1 into the hairpin. Through he goes. Oh, is he letting him... Oh, no, he's backed out. He's letting... Ooh.
Did they feel the move wasn't on and it was a wee bit too cheeky?
I can feel it coming in the braking zone, shit.
Oh, Jesus.
I thought it was Jim. I thought it was Jimmy. I was going, Jimmy, but no.
It was Gary and Jason. As we see SGP on the back of Dave the Harp as well. So SGP try to make moves, try to keep up with get his championship win.
Yeah. Oh, he's off track though. He's miles off track. So's Jason in the background. Okay, Conrad's opened up a little bit of a gap up at the front, which is pretty good. Good. Yeah, Steve F1 is...
It was the right-hand side of the track they went to, but all the single ladies are on the left.
Oh, dear. I bet you know the dance to that as well.
No.
Oh, what about... put a ring on it. The Beyonce song, not like a cock ring. Anyway, back to the action.
That's the same bloody song.
Oh, right, fair enough. Conrad, a little bit sideways. Okay, we waffled a little bit through this first lap. I don't know if we've actually driven this particular layout DGT League before, because we don't have a track map for this particular layout. Conrad getting a little bit twitchy. It's an interesting circuit though, very tight hairpin to start the lap off, which is crucial to get right in these cars, because if you're slow in the middle of the corner, you're going to be slow all the way down here to a fast left, into a fast right. Don't really want to get the sausage, it will send you in the air, and then you've got to get on those brakes, which you wouldn't normally have to do, but get on the brakes for a sort of whiff-waff SGP sideways, right, left, slow it down even more into another right-hander, don't run wide, also don't spin it on the curb. And then a tricky downhill braking zone. Horrible corner as Dave the Harp showing us he goes a little bit wide.
Steve F1 taking a slide into that corner, trying to get the power out quicker than Conrad, but didn't work as we come up to a left-hander, hard on the brakes, going up the hill. Use the hill to help slow you down a wee bit. go for the apex. It's quite tricky because you can take a couple of different lines through that D2 corners just there.
Yeah, you can take different gears as well. Some drivers will do it in first gear. Steve F1 have a look up the inside into the final chicane the other way round. It's called the come here chicane. I think this way round we might have to call it the go in there chicane. But yeah, and then once you've navigated the chicane, Ray, there's the wall. The wall will catch anybody who gets a little bit too wide or sideways. So there we go. We've done quite well. Whole lap. Ooh, Demon R was very late on the brakes there, and that's allowed SGP up the inside on the pack cam.
Yeah, but we can see. Who did you say late on the brakes? Dave the Harp up
Demon R. No, it was Demon R. It was very, very late on the brakes. Nearly hit the back of Dave the Harp. But yeah, managed to survive. Dave the Harp's got a good run on Steve F1 here. Conrad open. Oh, Steve F1 a little bit sideways. We've mentioned before, sideways in these cars can be pretty quick, but if you get too sideways, it's going to be costly. As Dave the Harp now pressuring Steve F1. Steve F1 holding that inside line. Demon R coming sliding down the hill. Gives Dave a little bit of a bump.
Yeah, you can see Dave the Harp trying to take just a wee tighter line to try and get the car straightened to put the power down pretty much a wee bit earlier. Steve F1 tried it in the other last lap before.
Absolutely, and as you said, a few different lines available through these corners. We saw Connor and Steve F1 taking two different lines. Some will turn in early and go deep, and so others will turn in late and sacrifice the exit. Oh, bumpy, bump. I think Demon R tagged Dave the Harp, and I think someone else tagged Demon R. Demon R's all over the curb.
Oh, Gary! Oh, I thought he was going for that wall there, but nice move, Gary, after that bumpy to bump.
Aye, okay, so what we got headed up? Okay, so Dave the Harp, having been at the head of that bump draft, has now sort of been left by the leading two, and he's got everybody behind him. SGP side by side with Demon R. No, he's not. He's ahead. Jason just ahead of Twilight behind them. I must admit, this is a race where I'm glad we've got the pack cam, because it looks like the front two are starting to open up a bit of a gap as the pack is getting busy. And yeah, the pack cam will allow us to keep an eye on the battles all over the circuit.
Yeah, Jason a wee bit tight there.
I've just seen on the pack cam, Conrad had a massive sideways moment. Not as big as that one from Demon R, but yeah, Conrad was sideways. That's allowed Steve F1 to close in on him and attempt the overtake. I think Demon R has ended up right at the back with that big crash.
Yeah, that was a massive one. I don't know if he got a helping hand or it was just the back of the car.
What's that? Demon R's got a massive one and he had an helping hand. All right.
Now, get your mind out of the gutter.
Ooh, Conrad big sideways again. There was the curb taking him sideways that time. So Steve F1 capitalising a bit more. Now, interestingly, as well as SGP dive bombs Gary up the inside. Yeah, Conrad, no practice before the day of the race. Steve F1, the same. With him being in France, so he wasn't able to practice. So how these two are out front at the moment, I don't know. But also, I think if you're Dave the Harp, you're going to be thinking, first race, I'm actually ahead of SGP, and these two rock up and they're quick.
Yeah, I think that's Steve F1 been getting help from a certain somebody that we know he was sitting across from eating dinner.
Oh, sorry, okay. Steve F1, Conrad is faster than you. Do you understand that message? Oh, SGP's wide on the pack cam. Yes, it's getting very busy. Oh, big
Demon R. Another slide from Demon R. He just managed to hold it that time now.
He had an helping hand, that's why.
As you see SGP trying to get up the inside of Demon R. Jason, is he going to go switch around 4 wide nearly? Oh!
He's got very busy there. Steve F1's closed in on. Yeah, Steve F1 likes the earlier turn into this corner, but he's not quite been brave enough to go for it. He's on the pack cam. It is a little bit mental.
Yeah, the nose to tail here at the front as well. So Steve F1, is he going to able to get it coming out this corner? Let's see if he stays tight to the left that he might be able to get a switchback near enough on him. But Conrad's pushing.
That kind of slide's all right though, because that's kind of like at the top end of a speed in a gear. In the pack cam though, it's getting very busy. So that's the kind of slide where you can get away with those. It's the kind of slide that Steve F1 had earlier in the middle of the corner, which will really compromise your speed. As on the pack cam, Jason up the inside of Demon R with Jimmy right behind him. Dave the Alps actually closing back in on these guys. Oh, that slide from Connor. That's a time compromising one. Not easy to say. Oh, SGP, you're going. Bye.
Yeah, he's gone. I think you were going to say time consuming, and then had to change it halfway through.
There was a lot of things I was going to say. Okay. I've just remembered as well that this track, not this layout, but this track is the reason why we adjusted the pack cam view a little bit. That corner, the right-hander, Demon, the nice cheeky little switchback, taking the tighter line. Right, you're going to be on your own for a second, Raymond, while I go and find myself a headset charge cable and try and plug it into something without it taking over control of my audio.
Okay, while you do that, we'll try and do our best up front. As we see Steve F1 still on the back of Conrad. He's going for a move on the inside. Conrad's a wee bit deep. Can he get switched back? No, he can't. Steve F1 just doing enough. Oh, nearly at the wall there. As we see, so Conrad's got it all to do again. Try and get back into first place. And we see the pack cam. We see everybody just ready for some action. I think that was a part of a song there.
What song was that then, Ray?
I don't know. I think it was a part, ready for some action or something. I can't remember. Are you back?
No, not yet.
Are you still hunting for a cable?
I've got the cable. Oh, so Steve F1's ahead of Conrad. When did that happen?
Just at the end to the start of this lap.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Were you not listening?
No.
You never do, so... so Steve F1's got a wee bit of a gap now to Conrad. I wonder if he's going to pull away or...
Well, this is where Steve F1 and Conrad both having sort of no practice. I don't know if either one of them will be able to pull away because Dave has practiced. So as long as Dave doesn't go dipping a wheel anywhere he shouldn't, he's there to capitalise at the moment.
Yes, as we see the mental pack, Demon R's in the front of this pack. As we see Jimmy up the inside. No, it's Eddie. Oh. That's one cat down.
Oh,
it's like meow.
Yeah. No, only 8 lives left for that one.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that might have been a little bit cheeky. Bit like SGP. SGP let Gary back through. Is Connor letting Steve? Yes, he is. Yeah, it's unlucky there from Connor. Lucky that it didn't send Steve spinning the other way round. Dave, though, it's a shame. I would have thought Dave would be closer to capitalise, but he is now right in this. He'll start getting slipstream now. And this is where Dave sort of... I do think Dave's got a great opportunity here. I mean, at the moment, he's quite a few places ahead of SGP, and SGP's just dipped a wheel on the grass on the pack cam as he keeps hitting Formula Gary.
He keeps hitting that pussy.
Oh, dear.
Conrad, big sideways.
He was. And SGP's just hit it again. But Jason up the inside of SGP as well. See, this is where the pack cam... Oh, no, there's a bit of a crash. Jimmy just got squeezed off. I think Gary got sideways and Jason and Jimmy were next to him. But yeah, this is where having a pack cam is definitely very, very useful because Connor, Steve F1 and Dave are having a pretty good battle up at the front. But it's not as exciting as the battle down at the packs. Even the main... Oh! Was that a cheeky look or a cheeky turn in? Oh, Twilight having some of that... yeah, as well. Oh, it's gone deep. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Yep, and then we're going to see the switch back, hopefully.
Oh, Gary! Oh, it's sliding cats all over the road. Well,
Yeah, I think Twilight just scared the cat in the back there.
might well have done. Okay, so what have we got going on up the front? Conrad's still putting some pressure on Steve F1. Dave the Arp's still there. I bet this is bugging Dave a bit that these two rock up and be quick. I mean, because if you take these two out of the equation, then Dave the Arp's running away with this race. But unfortunately, he's got Steve F1 and Conrad. Here at the races. On the pack camp, Demon R's now in 4th place. He's broken away a little bit. Conrad got a little bit sideways there by the looks of it.
I think he's got a better run coming out that corner.
Taking a different entry for a better exit.
Yeah, but let's see what he can do up here at the braking zone. Still just that wee bit too far away, isn't he?
That he is. Oh, excuse me. He's gone for a bit of a different line through the S's again, though, as Conrad. So seeing if he can gain some speed. Oh, he's gone a little bit deep, though, into the hairpin. This is where really you want to sacrifice the exit as much as you can so that you can get the best line through the corner. Unfortunately, Connor hasn't done that, as Steve F1 has had a better run through there. As we see now Jason, Jimmy, Twilight and Formula Gary. So still plenty happening down in the back.
Yeah, Jimmy and Jason side by side. What was it last week? It was Jimmy and what was his name? Bob.
Yeah.
Same kind of colour cars, and now we've got Jimmy and Jason.
Absolutely.
Although Jason's a very lighter green, but hopefully we don't get confused too soon.
Jimmy! That was a big slide from Jimmy there as he survived. Oh, Demon R's cutting corners. Cheat, son of a gun. Also, Conrad closed up on, big time closed up on Steve F1, and Steve F1 got very sideways there.
Yeah, Conrad, I thought he was looking to go round the outside there. So that's a first.
I thought he might be trying to get Steve F1 to take the tighter line here. Is Conrad is going to go for the switchback, not here, on the next one. Yeah, compromise the exit to get the better entry. Now he'll go up the inside, I reckon. Is he going to go up the inside? No, Steve F1 covers it off. But goes deep. Conrad now is up the inside. Is he there? Is he through? Is he done it? No, he hasn't.
He's gone for another switcheroo. Oh, he's getting close to that wall, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's always Steve F1. So we see Gary.
Demon R, Jason. Oh, deep. Gary's got his head first into that wall. Oh, Jason. Well, maybe. Is Jason waiting? I don't know. Maybe that was a case of Gary sideways in front of Jason rather than Jason putting Gary sideways.
Yeah, could be. We don't know.
I don't know.
We need to maybe have to have a wee look into that at a later stage.
Maybe. Jimmy and Jason side by side through the S's. Jimmy just managed to back out of it. Conrad has got a decent run on Steve F1 again. I'm wondering whether he's going to go a little bit braver into the S's this time. The slower S's.
Yeah, if he gets a good run out this corner, I think he'll go for it.
He wasn't as close this time, I don't think, as last time. Let's see if he compromises his exit more this time. Yes, he's much tighter to the left to get a much wider run through the right. This time he's not going to try and get back over to the right to carry the speed. And Steve F1 doesn't defend it, but he's focused on his braking. Conrad may be able to have a cheeky look, but he's focusing more on his exit rather than his entry. And got a good run. May be able to attack down into one as SGP and Demon R get sideways through the final corners.
Yeah, I think just that touch of the grass on the inside of the last corner there kind of just compromised Conrad in a way. Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, on the pack cam, I'm seeing Jimmy. Oh, he was a bit late on the brakes there. Demon R and Jason managed to avoid him. Managed to switch back on him as Conrad slippery sliding a little bit. Don't want to be doing it too much. They're actually pulling away a little bit from Dave, these two, are.
Oh, yeah, very little each lap.
Connor's
But
much
Conrad's close. Yeah, I was about to say he's much closer for this part of the track.
Steve F1's gone a little bit defensive. That'll compromise his exit. Connor gets the better run here. Okay, if Steve F1 goes defensive, I think Connor needs to try and take him round the outside because he's not been preparing for that. It could surprise him. Up over the hill they go. Is he going to go around the outside? Yeah, he is. He's trying. No, he's gone for the switchback instead. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I think he might be taking that switchback just a little bit too wide.
Maybe, or just a little
and
bit
it's
too
not
cautious.
benefiting them.
Well, interestingly, I mentioned earlier that some people will take that corner in first and some will take it in second. Personally, I'd take it in second. It feels and sounds really slow, but actually it can be very quick. And if you're doing the switchback on someone... Oh, Conrad just tagged the pit wall.
Jimmy. Jimmy's in the pits.
Or, you know what, I'm wondering if we missed something that may have happened on the pack cam then, while we were talking about gears and Conrad. I'm wondering if Jimmy may have tagged the wall, because there isn't really any reason to pit in this championship, unless you've just had a massive crash and you think your tyres may be hot.
Yeah, because you can slide this about, and as you can see on the tyres there, there's no wear at all.
No, yeah, absolutely. Well, there is wear, but they're not getting wear. It's very, 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 very minimal. Even though they are sliding about a little bit. Twilight getting close to the back of Jason as they come down the hill. Gary cheekily cutting the corner. I was going to say looking up the inside, but he was off the track. Now he's spinning into the wall. Conrad, is he going to do it this time? He's going to duck under earlier.
Yeah, well, he's... No, I don't think he's going to do it. Maybe is he going to have it ready for here? He's went wider.
I think you may be right. I mean, compromising the exit of one corner to get the entry for another is a good thing, but I do think he may be turning in a bit too late for the right-hander, and it's not really allowing him to carry the speed through. He'd be better off trying to sort of really get it into the apex of the second one. Oh,
he's trying again into turn one.
Nearly worked.
maybe scared Steve F1 there.
Yep. Well,
in the back cam we see Jason into turn one.
Aye.
He lost 2 places, one to Demon R, and who's that behind Demon R?
Twilight.
No, it must have been one.
Jason and Twilight are there. It was Jason that went deep, yeah. Conrad's even closer on this occasion. What I will say though, Ray, is it's good to see that Conrad's not just like going for the first possible overtake, you know what I mean, getting there and just going for it. He's really trying to sort of get the measure of Steve F1 here, because when he went, I'm guessing, because when he goes to make the move, he wants it to stick, but also there's nothing wrong with following Steve F1 at the moment and working out where he's faster, where you can gain speed, get him looking in his mirrors. So Steve F1's turning in early. Yeah, Conrad's going in much later. He is going through there in second gear, but I do think he could perhaps turn in a bit earlier and take a tighter line. It can kind of pull you around the corner a little bit better.
Yeah, because it's the track is.
What's that Disney movie? Wall-E.
What?
Wall-E.
I don't know.
Wall-E.
Oh, Wall-E. All right.
Okay,
I'm like, well, I couldn't really make out what you were saying. I thought you were.
It's the way he says it. He goes, Wall-E.
I thought you were in pain. I thought you might have farted and hurt yourself. Oh, Conrad's pushing. He just doesn't want to over push it, and his tyres feel like they're overheated.
Yes.
But,
go on.
On you go.
I was going to say, yeah, he's putting good pressure on Steve F1 though. The Steve F1 going wide. This is his chance. And that all came from Steve F1 dipping his wheels. This is where Conrad now, if I was Conrad, up the inside. If Steve F1's covering it, go all the way round the outside. Go for it. Have the inside line for the next corner. Go on, go for it, Conrad. No, he's gone for the switchback again.
Let's see if he's... See, it might work here. That he seems a wee bit... he might get it on the exit of turn 1 here.
Oh, yeah, well, he might get on...
no, last corner, not turn 1.
I think he was too...
I don't know.
He was too
Steve
kind.
F1. Yeah, Steve F1.
Oh, Wally! Oh, Demon R on the pack cam. Oh, sideways. Yeah, go on.
He's just losing that wee bit of time in the two kind of chicanes.
But he's running in second place at the moment with a chance of winning the race, and that's better than most people.
Yeah, but we're talking chicanes, and we're not saying he's either. Like, come on.
Come on, Ali. No,
He's turned up, no practice. We know he's fast, and we know he's got potential to win. Just once it all clicks for him.
well, he has won one already, hasn't he? A dirty one.
Has he?
Yeah, he won a dirty championship. Yeah, he stole it off Jimmy. Jim Mag and Conrad stole it. Jason on the back of Demon R, Twilight there as well. I'm guessing there's been quite a bit of action going on the pack cam because a few of the drivers have dropped back. I'm guessing with spins and crashes. Conrad's going for it over the inside into the left-hander, but is he going to take that too wide a line? Steve F1's back through.
Yeah, it's just day 2 corners, and he's going to attempt it here, and we know Steve F1's kind of able to gain that.
Conrad's going to have him here down at turn 1. He's had a good run. I know what you was going to say, but yeah, Conrad's going to get him here.
Steve F1's defending, so Conrad's going to have to go around the outside. Maybe get switched back on here as long as.
Steve's got
Steve
deep.
F1 deep.
Yep, capitalised, lovely there. Did Conrad now? He needs to. Now Steve F1 needs to put the pressure on. Was on the pack cam. SGP got very close to the wall on the exit of the final corner, and that's put Demon R, Jason, and Twilight right up his rear wing. Dave the Arp's dropped off a little bit from these two as they're both sliding through the S's, and so does Dave in the background. I must admit, I do like seeing these cars sliding round the corners. It is well.
Oh, Conrad on the grass there. 2 wheels on the grass. Yeah, if Steve F1's done his the next 2 left and right handles, he knows he's quicker than Conrad through them, so he'll gain some time there.
Yeah, Demon R just attempted a move on SGP. I think there's a bit too much contact in it from Demon R, so he's let SGP back through. You see, that's the difference of the 2 lines, where Steve F1's able to sort of be quicker in the middle, and it's given him an opportunity to look, but he's not close enough.
Yeah, is he going to go for a switch back?
Conrad, that's the wall! Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, we did see him getting closer and closer.
Oh, here comes the pack. Here comes the pack. Conrad's slow. Is he going to be all right? I don't know.
He's down in 8th, so who's the only one behind him?
Formula Gary, it would be. I think Gary must have had a big moment somewhere. That's disastrous. It just got back into the lead of the race beautifully, and then ends up, unfortunately, tagging that wall with something. It was a big
yeah, we did see him getting closer and closer. And unfortunately, he just tagged it. As we see Jimmy right in the grass. He's wanting who the grass cutting company? It was Conrad, wasn't it? He's wanting Conrad's contracts.
Oh, Demon are making a move on Jason with Conrad right behind them now. It wasn't. No, Conrad's was Conrad's. Did we have we might have had Conrad's grass cutting services as well. I can't remember.
Yeah, Conrad's cat. Yeah, because he's going to cross the grass a lot and spinning.
Ooh, over the inside, Conrad goes, but he's gone deep.
Yeah. Oh, Jason just gives him a wee smack of the rear end there.
Oh, Jimmy!
Oh,
Jimmy! Oh, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, well, you know what we have to say about that? Whoa, God.
So how was your? I know that what are we on? We're on Saturday. Today?
Yeah. Race
How
day's
was your
Thursday.
birthday yesterday?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Thank you very much. Thank you for the alcohol.
Happy
It was
birthday.
consumed. Cool, Conrad, Jason side by side. All in up, the little taggy waggy. Jimmy side by side with someone in the background as well. It's going to be interesting here to see how Conrad's going to cope with being in the pack after being calm and smooth and sensible up at the front. Oh, dipping wheels.
Yep, you just see the cars splitting everywhere. A lot going deep there, a wee bit.
A lot of going inside. I keep seeing flashes out the window and it's fireworks going off.
Yeah.
But, Jason, he's going to have a look up the inside at these S's. Or is he? Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, no, he's not.
I think Conrad was wide. Oh, who's that on Ghosted? Twilight?
It might have been. I don't know. Just looking at the pack cam. David Harp in second place has now got SGP closing in on him in third. Conrad!
Oh, Conrad! Watch your pits!
Yeah, nearly went headbutting a tyre wall there. Dave! Don't want to be doing that when SGP's around to capitalise. But he's not capitalised. Well, we've got championship leaders going at it now, Raymond.
Yeah. I was going to say something, but I'm not. They might get bad. As we see, SGP on the back of Dave the Harp. Now, hopefully, Dave keeps his cool and composure. We know sometimes when Dave the Harp gets under pressure, these little mistakes happen. But as we see SGP sliding that car around there.
I was going to say, does that mean you've been under pressure 4 times?
they're not mistakes, they're loving little
bundles
kids'
of joy.
shits.
We'll hear one day, Daddy, what do you mean we're a mistake? But anyway, so SGP on the back of Dave the Arp. It's an interesting scenario here for SGP because he has got a lead of points over Dave. He's got a lead of position as well.
Oh, Dave the Harp might get the run on there because SGP had the wiggle in the middle. We'll see into turn 1.
Well, interestingly, what their little battle has allowed is the pack to start closing in on them. Steve F1 got a bit of a gap up at the front now as SGP holds on to that. Oh, Jason, I've just seen him absolutely headbutt Demon R up the arse, and he is definitely a bomb blonde.
you know how a guy.
Oh, SGP! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh. You were saying about Glasgow Kiss?
You know how Glasgow Kids is usually a headbutt to the head?
Yep.
Do you think the Swedish Kiss is a headbutt to the arse?
It might be. Well, if you see some of those Swedish ladies, I'd headbutt them anywhere. Conrad.
I'm talking about Jason.
Conrad was big time sideways there.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like we've both been drinking, slurring our words.
Well, I'm on my 3rd can.
I've not had a drink today. I'm still recovering from yesterday. Conrad up the inside. Jimmy and Jason side by side.
I had 4 pints last night and a bottle of Dead Man's Finger.
Oh, only a bottle. You didn't just have a head.
Yeah. Nah, and I've got another bottle I went and got today because it's nice.
So you had a little tipple of Dead Man's Finger.
I had a big tipple of Dead Man's Finger.
Oh, Jason's slow. Oh.
Did he hit somebody and feel...
He did. He hit Demon R a little while ago.
Oh, well, he's waited till the safest possible place.
The next track.
the next track, the next lap, you mean?
I mean, okay, yeah, probably if he was waiting for, maybe he had to take a bit of time to process what had happened. Oh, Conrad! Oh,
medic!
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with it?
Bed Cecil when you need them.
Oh dear! Oh, Jimmy!
Twilight!
Well,
it's going to make his tyres dirty for here. We might see him going deep.
Jimmy's... Oh, Jimmy! Oh, yeah. Dear, oh, dear, oh.
I'll be the dirty tyres, not able to slow it down in the grip in the corner because it's such a long left-hand corner. Well, it's a double corner near enough, so he's putting the tyres under so much grip and they were dirty, so he's going to slide as we see him cutting the grass. Jimmy's after a contract.
Well, what we've got here. So Demon R and Jason side by side. These two have been battling for a while. Jason took it up underneath, going for a little switch out. No, he's already ahead.
It's already ahead. Oh, Demon R giving him a wee kiss there. He's like, here's your Swedish kiss back. As we see Twilight, was he in front or behind?
He was behind.
He's made 2 places. I'm going deep.
Yeah, he's made 2 places, lost 3. Gary, though, at the head of the pack now in 4th place. Question is, can he run away? Interestingly, Dave the Arp and SGP have broken away from the pack again.
Yeah, as we see the pack cams on this as well. As we see Gary.
Yeah, Gary Jason side by side through the S's.
Yeah.
That was brave. That was brave or stupid. Oh, but I'm going to go with brave. Oh, Jason. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought everyone was going off then big time. I think it's just the way the camera angle was. And I mentioned a moment ago, Gary could have done with breaking away, but he's now just been gobbled up.
Yeah, 3 wide. Gary, Demon R and Conrad. Conrad going for the inside, Demon R going on the outside, and here comes Jimmy.
And when Jimmy comes, everything gets messy. Oh, Conrad, be careful out there. Oh, there's been a little bumpy jump there.
Oh, down inside the Gary. Is he going to get it turned in? Because Gary's going to be there, so don't go for the apex.
I think Gary realised... Oh, I thought even our and Twilight were into the wall then. Yeah, I think Gary realised that Conrad may not know he was there and took a bit more curb. He has compromised himself a little bit though. We're 4 wide into turn 1, 3 wide, 2 wide, 2 by 2, 1 by 1, 1 by 3, by 2 by 1. Oh, Jason's been butchered.
Yeah, everybody leaning on each other. Lean on
me. I'll be
not strong.
Oh, yeah, that is the word to it. Oh, Jimmy! Oh, Jimmy,
sideways. He's still going now. Oh, who's that? Demon, huh?
Bloody hell, there's cutting corners and then there's cutting corners.
I think he cut a track, not a corner.
Oh, Jason, I think he was close to tagging Connor there. He didn't actually get him. They both got sideways and compromised each other. Oh, and here comes Demon R and Jimmy now with cleaner tyres. I'm not going to say fresher tyres. Jimmy in the middle. Oh, anything could happen here.
A Jimmy sandwich. You don't want a Jimmy sandwich.
Oh, Conrad's gone deep. Maybe trying to be the last of the late breakers. He definitely was that. He was also the last of the corner makers.
Oh, Demon R looking. He's looking. Where'd Conrad go? Conrad went deep.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, you're still there behind Jason, just. Big wobbly moment for Demon R there. As Jimmy now riding in 4th place. SGP has closed back up with Dave the Harp, but Ray. There's only 2 minutes to go.
Jesus, I wasn't even keeping an eye on the time. There's so much action going on here.
Oh, Jimmy, big time sideways out of the first corner, and then it's 3 wide.
It's like a pinball wizard.
Well, Demon R's backed out of it. I don't blame him there. Oh, he's gone for a switch back in the quickies, but it's not worked. Conrad stays ahead. Here comes Gary. There's a track there somewhere, Gary.
Twilight's just been sitting in the back here for a few laps, hasn't he?
Well, I'm
not really seen much of him recently.
No, well, Jason sideways with he's more than likely just biding his time, waiting for, because we've seen a few different drivers get into that 4th place and then get swamped. So maybe Twilight's thinking, well, if I get into 4th place on the last lap, they can't swamp me.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
He's just waiting everybody all to crash.
Yeah. The leaders are about to start the final lap of the race. We've got 1 minute remaining. Steve F1 crosses the line. So then does Dave the Arp. And SGP was right behind him once again, flashing his tic-tacs at Dave, trying to put him off. And then we've got Jimmy breaking away a little bit in the pack. Then there's Conrad. Oh, SGP going for the move. Can't quite do it, though. Dave's got his number, I reckon. Oh, sorry, I'm going to...
Gary, coming in.
Oh, Jason coming through now. But then we've got a double switch back from Twilight and Demon R. Oh, Dave and SGP, both big time, sideways through the S's. And you know what? They're catching up to Steve F1. So, Jimmy's gone wide. His ball's there up in the big S's. Oh dear, Conrad's now through to 4th. Demon R 5th. Twilight's 6th now, so he's only got a couple more places to try and gain. Oh dear, this could get interested in the final lap of the race, isn't it?
You bugger. We see SGP looking to make a move on Dave the Harp. I think it was just to try and scare Dave the Harp into making a mistake.
It might have scared him. Demon R, by the way, went well wide. Twilight's got ahead of him. Twilight's now in 5th. SGP, can he do anything about Dave the Arp? Steve F1, he's going to cross the line. He's going to take first, but I'm looking at that pack cam because Gary's come storming through. But here comes Jimmy. SGP's not going to get Dave. Gary's got Dave. Jimmy's got Dave. Can they get through? Or Demon R big time sideways through the final corner. Oh, who's that by the wall? It was Twilight. Nearly spun around. Jason has spun around. It's mayhem on the final lap of the race. Oh, there's Jason. Well, no one can say the Dynamic GT League is boring. That's for certain.
Yeah.
That went
never boring.
Yeah, that went past very, very, very quickly. I should say. Oh dear. I'm just gonna grab a drink. Have a little chat.
Swiggy a drink.
I just want to mention, I don't know if you're aware of this, Raymond, but last week, you know how at the end of last week's race footage we didn't really talk much about what happened in the race because we both had to get off?
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out that somebody had their best ever result in that and was looking forward to what we'd have to say about it, and we said fuck all.
Who was it?
Hey, his best ever result in DGT League, and yeah, we didn't even talk about it afterwards.
Oh, hey, well done for your best result at Alsace Village.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, shall we go into a bit more detail and talk about it? No.
Well done here.
Yeah, well done.
Right,
Hey.
right. Back to this week.
Back to this
That's
week.
in the past. That's in the past. We don't bring up the past. Fuck them. Send it to the page.
Exactly. That's what it's there for. Yeah. Talking about the past. My uncle, he's a bus driver. He drives a bus that circles Big Ben in London. He works around the clock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I get it, but nah.
Yeah. Sorry, no, it wasn't SGP winning, was it? It was Steve F1.
No, Steve F1.
Little COVID French holiday, and he comes back and he says, I don't think I'll be winning a race this season. Buggers off on holiday for a week to Paul Ricard, whoever he is.
Meets a sim driver.
Yeah.
Meets an ex-Formula 1 driver. I don't know, is he a world champion?
It is an ex. Sorry, the way you said that, he's not a... Well, he was for about 38 seconds.
Yeah, and then it gets... yeah. I don't know if they talked... I don't know if they talked about that, but yeah.
Is that Glock? Is that Glock? No, God.
That's like cock.
Steve
goes
F1's
there. He must have get some advice, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe. Well, maybe it was Felipe driving for Steve. You never know. But I mean, to be fair, Steve F1 has done really well to come back, win this race. Sometimes it's going to be.
We'll need to make sure he does video evidence, but we'll need to speak to, what's his name, Felipe's PR manager, make sure he was away on Thursday.
Yeah.
They were nowhere near each other.
Was it Newgarden that had someone, who was it, the real life IndyCar NASCAR driver during lockdown had someone...
race for him,
and they just happened to have something blocking the camera so they couldn't see his face. But anyway.
And then was it that, or was it the IP address that didn't match up?
Well, no, they had him on camera, but something was blocking his face so they couldn't see him. Thought it seemed a bit sus. I think they were able to use a different IP address. But yeah, still, well, I was going to say that.
One minute that the IP had match up, and they had a either rate as well.
Yeah.
But they took it serious, and I don't know if there's money involved.
In some of them, yeah.
Here at Dynamic Geek, we're here for the shits and giggles.
It's only your pride that you're. But I was going to say, sometimes when you come into races having no expectations, you can sometimes have better racing. You can sometimes drive better because you're not expecting anything and you just drive and enjoy yourself. But Steve's had a great race. Yeah. Dave the Art brilliantly to hold on their place. But he must be cursing Steve F1 and Conrad though. If it weren't for them.
They gave him more points, but then again, SGP would be behind them, but it would give them an extra one point.
Yeah. The downside for Dave though is he can't make next week's race.
Oof. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So that could be his title charge sort of drifting out the window.
We're only on race 4.
Well, that's
true. We've got enough 5 races, so...
Yeah. I mean, see, it only takes for Dave the Arp to win one race, and in that same race, SGP to have a mare in the last couple of laps and end up last. And then you've got like an 18-point swing.
We'll just get Dave the Harp to phone Claire and make her book a family dinner. on a Thursday night.
Yeah. Right. On it.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
SGP third place, he's done well. He did well to break away from the pack, get up there. Nothing we wouldn't sort of not expect. Conrad though.
Well, he did get in front of Dave the Harp and then messed up, didn't
he? Yeah, he did. Yeah. So he would have, maybe SGP would have had a chance to win had he not done that, but he did. Was it Conrad was fourth?
Yeah, Conrad fourth.
He's done well. I mean, very exciting to watch.
Yeah, but the battle up the front for most of the race, like that was great to watch. And
you know what I was trying to hint at during the race? He was driving more mature. You know how, like, when we talked before about with Mitch was very aggressive, but then something changed. He started driving more mature, started thinking a bit more about when to overtake.
This is coming from the guy that called Mitch a disappointment.
And he went on from that to win a championship. What can I say? I motivate people. See, I really hate women with big boobs. I think they're pointless. Hopefully at some point a woman with big boobs will prove me wrong and I'll have a great time. See, motivating people. See? Right.
Yeah, but yeah, great racing from Conrad, and yeah, he didn't look to be driving angry, as I would say.
No, he didn't, did he?
Even after his incident, he still looked composed. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Calm and composed, yeah. So, yeah. Well done, Conrad.
After that, I don't know who finished where.
Demon R and fifth. So,
well, actually, you know what? While we're doing this, sorry, we might as well put because there hasn't been any stewards report, so we could put the confirmed race result image up, and we will be able to confirm. Yeah, Steve F1 with a win, David Harp second place, SGP third, Conrad fourth, and Ray, you can go on from there.
Demon R and fifth, nice racing. He had the Swedish kiss. He did well. I'm gonna say nice racing, and then I'm gonna be a hypocrite because he cut the bloody corner, massive.
Well, was it taking evasive though?
I don't know.
Evasive of the racetrack.
Evasive of the racetrack. Yeah. Sorry, we're racing at Silverstone, but I'm going to Donington. I'm cutting to Donington.
Anyway, next was Jimmy, I believe. Sixth place, he's done well.
He was in there constantly in the pack, wasn't he?
He was in fourth until he ballsed it up on the penultimate lap, didn't he?
Yeah, I went deep. In the S's.
The S's, yeah.
Yeah, but he was having a great race. See him go deep in some corners and whatnot, but he was still there, having his usual Jimmy slider. You know, it's the only person we see sideways all the time.
Just whatever you do, Jimmy.
I think he doesn't have a brake pedal. I just think he pulls the handbrake constant.
Well, I was going to say, don't ever, Jimmy, become either a pilot or a cruise boat captain, because
slide into the dock.
Seventh place was formerly Gary. Gary's had an interesting race there, facing the wrong direction a few times, but easily done.
Ahead of the pack as well. He was ahead of the pack. And then he was back in the pack. We've seen him nearly go in the pits once.
Twice.
Was it twice?
Twice, yeah.
Yeah, because he came, what we think was across the front end of Jason. That nearly put him in as well.
Yep.
So, yeah. some great racing. A couple of cats out the window in that one as well.
Meow. Okay, after that was Twilight. He so nearly snuck through to take 5th, I think it was, on that final lap. I don't know if he just got caught by someone, or I didn't see exactly what happened, but it was so close on the last lap that it could have gone anyway for any of the drivers. But what I do know is Twilight enjoyed his race today, so it doesn't matter where he finished. But yeah, 8th place it was for him.
Yeah, it looked like he was hanging back for a bit at one point. So, but yeah, we did see in the last few corners that he was near enough up 5th place, 4th,
Yep.
6th, 5th place.
Yeah, he
remember.
was sneaking through at the end. And then
Yeah.
finally was Jason, who had a very interesting race and then spun it on the final corner. But,
Yeah, and it will hopefully look into that for a later date, kind of G-spot, and see what actually happened. That'd be
Maybe.
interesting to see.
yeah.
But yeah, Jason was there in the battle all the time.
Absolutely.
He's got a new, wrestlers have a move.
The finisher move.
Yeah. This is a Swedish kiss. Won't he get a decal for his car? So a Swedish and then a little pair of lips.
A big pair of lips with some blonde hair on it. Actually,
or
no, 'cause then it'll
Swedish
look
kiss and then a couple of bum cheeks.
No
But
comment.
nah, great racing from Jason and everybody from start to finish.
Absolutely. Right, well, I'm quickly going to run through the confirmed standings. We'll go through those quickly because, as I mentioned, there hasn't been any reports, which always good. So, leading the way still is SGP on 75 points. Dave the Harp second on 64 points. Demon R in third on 57 points. Steve F1 in fourth now on 46 points. Jason in fifth on 39. Jimmy's in sixth on 36. And then we got Twilight and Formula Gary tied seventh on 33 points each. Hay and Conrad tied in 9th place on 28 points each. Art Pal in 11th place on 20. Rich in 12th on 18. SRI in 13th on 15. And then Bob in 14th on 8. Punsel still yet to score, but he is moving house soon. So that's the current standings, which means, Ray, the only thing left to really sort of mention is what track we're at next. And I think, oh God, what track is it? Complete silence, really?
I'm body on mute. I'm like, holy crap.
Well done. San Croix.
I can't. Why have I not got the
list?
List?
I don't know. Where have you been getting all the other lists from? It's in the season info. The next circuit is Circuit de San Croix C. Now, for anyone,
it's there at the bottom. Why did I scroll up and looked at Group 4? I was like, no, we've been there.
Well,
so we're where? San Croix C.
Yes, San Croix C.
At 20 past 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and interestingly, that track is the reason why qualifying this championship is 6 minutes long. Because what we wanted to do was to basically have like a one-shot quali this championship where you get one lap and that's it. But San Croix is so long, it takes about 4.5 minutes to do an out lap, which meant if the qualifying time was 5 minutes in length, you wouldn't have time to really do the out lap and get your lapping. So we put it up to 6 minutes, which means that at other tracks you'll get 2 laps. Yeah.
Great circuit. A few straights, a lot of corners, and is it this one? It's got the 14-2 corner. Or
It is, yes.
is that a different? Yeah,
No, it is this one.
14-2, the famous corner.
Yeah, I mean it is a very quick. It's got some very fast sections. It's got some tricky sort of braking zones that are in corners. But it'll be. I mean, it is a long lap. I mean, let's say it's about 4.5 minutes a lap. So it's not going to be many laps in the race, but it's going to be quite important that drivers try and keep it on the road because it's not that easy. But I think it's a little bit like the race we've had today, where you kind of need to find the rhythm the car wants to take around the track, rather than trying to make the car take the rhythm around the track that you could do in race cars, because it won't work. But yeah, find the rhythm in this car around that track, it'll be absolutely fine. It'll be really nice.
Yep. I agree on that.
Yep. Okay, so only other thing for me to really mention is that what?
There's no what?
Oh
this
yeah,
week?
There is no G-Spot this week because I haven't had time, and
Yeah, I was too busy getting pissed as I thought.
Oh yeah, why not? Birthdays and all that.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to give a quick shout out as a quick rest in peace message. My neighbour who told his wife that he was just popping out to get some sewing thread, but actually went to the pub for the day. He's gone, but not forgotten.
Absolutely crap.
Well, it could be worse. Murphy said, if you had to choose, would you prefer a round peachy arse or huge boobs? And Paddy said, a round peachy arse. I'd look stupid with huge boobs. And on that bombshell,
That's a good night from me.
yeah. Okay, thank you for listening, everybody, for watching. Apologies for the jokes, as never. Next up, Sanquhar C in a week's time. Obviously, Christmas is getting closer as well. Keep warm, stay safe, have a good one, everybody, and we'll see you all again soon.